Welcome everybody to Wavlength INTL, which is a podcast where a bunch of friends just come together. We all talk about stuff about the Rivals community that may just get overshadowed, or just stuff in general, We're gonna be looking at stuff that's happening in both Rivals 1 and 2, majors, patch notes, all of that, and for episode 0, our pilot, we are going to be covering the upcoming patch notes for the mid-month patch for June, CEO, since CEO is going on right now, Absa, since we're a couple of weeks away now from Absa being released into the game, and then some potential character ideas for future characters, or who's going to be the next character to be revealed at Evo after Absa, And then if we have time to, and if we could think of a question, we'll maybe get to a question of the day.
Oh yeah, no, because yeah, okay, I don't think we're getting skeptic in here. So yeah, like you said, let's talk about the patch first, because holy crap, they did a lot. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Yeah, the patch preview, I was blown away by it, mostly because thank God Zedder is getting nerfs, everybody, and it's actual nerfs this time. And I'm saying this as a Zedder main myself, right? One of the biggest things that just irritated me about playing my own character was the fact that more and more people were picking up Zedder out of spite because of how good he was. And I've been playing Zedder since, the betas? And I got kind of annoyed by it, because it's like, well, shit, all of these people are just playing Zedder out of spite, and it annoys me.
Speaking of which... mind... Oh, man. You remember, remember Divine Privilege?
Yeah.
Yep.
We gotta talk about Divine Privilege.
Yeah, the Divine Privilege is not happy with the patch. But reasonable people like
Divine Privilege is punching air.
Oh yeah, man. I'm personally happy with with the patches. I'm trying to find the somebody made an overview of it.
Yeah, there's like a Reddit post that Shadow had shared. Yeah, here we go.
I guess send it over.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Discord does like to be a little bit finicky. Actually, let me go ahead. We'll open the back for late, because that'll be
actually drop it in general.
One of our later topics. Yeah, so that's what Shadow had sent.
Yeah, hold on. I still have to
overview of dev stream.
Yeah, no, I have to now do another window capture. But yeah, anyways, they did a bunch of stuff about floor hugging as well, etc., etc. I wonder if people can read that. Oh god, this is already looking scuffed. Okay, basically, oh well, yeah, or you could do follow along with the class. But the general consensus is okay, they changed floor hugging, right? Again, into, well, how I'm reading this is they're making it legal PM, because they're at a certain point it just stops working and you're just gonna get punished more for even trying to floor hug, which okay, cool, honestly, I'm down to try this. I don't know why we didn't try this from the jump, I'm gonna be honest, when people were complaining, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were probably too scared to experiment with stuff, and that showed a little bit with Atlas. being released the way he was.
God, dude, yeah, no, I'm gonna talk about all of that in the next in a video, but yeah, um, all moves are auto floor huggable, knockdown thresholds lowered. Yeah, strong. You can't floor hug strong attacks. Think fuck. I remember that in one of the betas, and then you take extra damage when trying to floor hug, which is still good.
Yeah,
Honest.
so it's worth noting that for the strong attacks change, stuff like force capes and late fleet arrows are exceptions to these knockdown things. So it's just like the strong hits from both of those, right? And another note about the floor hug change is that the more that you try to floor hug, the faster you'll be able to not use it, and this is an experimental change that they will be adjusting or may not adjust based on how that goes. So I do agree that this probably should have been what was in the game like early on when
Like
people were complaining,
month
right?
two, like month two is when I think they should have addressed all of this. Like, but it is what it
And
is.
to me, as somebody who's like struggling to just understand what floor hugging is, I mean, I already like am like confused most of the time, like when am I supposed to be using floor hugging? When am I not supposed to be using floor hugging? So this just kind of throws a dent into how I'm supposed to be using the mechanic, but I'd imagine it would be a lot easier for, or hopefully be a lot easier for newer players to understand how it works, considering that everything is auto floor huggable now. But it also teaches them to not abuse the mechanic once they figure out how to use it.
That's what it
But
came down
but
to.
we'll just have to see how that turns out.
That's how.
Cause I
Yeah.
I was I was very shocked to hear that at first, that they were gonna make you take 25% more damage for going for the defensive option in the game. But again, it's just all something that we'll have to see come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday, but anyways, no. How I see it is like, you know how in some fighting games where like if you guard too much, you take, or you just take chip damage in general for just blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how I see it. This is kind of how I see floor hugging now. And then but
All
yeah,
right. That's a good way to look at it.
yeah, this is duration. I'm just reading this now. All right, Waveland. Oh, they buff wave landing. Okay, that's kind of insane. And then you don't lose momentum like shield dropping, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they nerfed Undershine, but they buffed Combust because like they said all moves that send directly outwards will be stronger when sending up. So Force Mains, there you go. What do you think, Jaz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Forest Main's getting another buff. What?
unintentional.
That's an off. No, not that. I was just Outcast knows how I feel about Forest Mains in this game, or just Forest Mains in general. But that's a conversation for another time.
Blast zones for Godai and
Teeter
Fire.
teeter animations
Oh
added.
yeah. Well, okay, I don't understand the big deal about this one, so please elaborate. Like number 8.
Uh, honestly, I never really minded the fact that there weren't teeters in this game to care about the fact that they're adding teeter animations, but we teetering is essentially the if you're up like close to like the ledge or the edge of a platform, your character will just start to do a little animation, like
Mm-hmm.
leaning back forth with a tumble or something. Right. Now I don't know what teeter canceling is, so I'm not going to try and explain what that is, but I know I've heard some people talk about something. I've heard some people talk about teeter canceling being a thing that they'll be able to do. But again, I'm
Fucking
I'm
no.
not that plat fighters savvy to understand what that is.
I played Rivals 1. You think I know
But
anything about plat
again, another
fighters?
thing that we'll see.
Again, like I
Yeah,
played.
that is fair.
Yeah, I
I mean,
played.
to be fair,
Go ahead.
Rivals 1 didn't have teeter animations at all, and it's like something that you just don't notice whatsoever.
Yeah, but you're
So this will
like
be
you're
this is
hedonistic.
something that's new to Rivals as a whole.
You're hedonistic if you don't know anything about melee or PM. But anyways, back to the actual
Hey,
patch.
my bad for my bad for not growing up on Melee and Brawl.
Um,
But yeah, they also hinted at another type of animation that will be added. Something that we'll find out later down the line. Another big thing that's really important is that the blast zones were shrunk for Godai Delta and Fire Capital. Which, Outcast, I think you can attest to the fact that there are a lot of kills off the top of Godai Delta that should have killed but didn't. Because
oh
we know
yeah,
that the
even today.
top blast zone for Godai is going to get shrunk, and then I want to say it was the side blast zones for Fire Capital that are getting brought in a little bit.
Dude, some of these blast zones are whack. Like I'm gonna be honest, especially the Tempest.
Yeah,
The Tempest, like up, like the top part of Tempest is the worst offender. I'm still salty.
I'm honestly more surprised that Tempest wasn't on these lists of like
Exactly.
blast zone adjustments.
I am still salty, bro. You don't
With how
understand.
it's like it has the highest ceiling in the game.
Oh my god. Second highest.
Yeah, it has the highest ceiling in the game for a stage length that's super small. Second highest.
Second highest in general.
No, it is the highest. It is the highest.
Oh well,
I want to say
either
it's
way.
either the highest or second highest.
For
Yeah.
context, why I don't like the Tempest top blast zone is because I was fighting another Crag in the Ditto, right? This Crag was at like 190. I hit him with the sour hit of up air like halfway on the top of Tempest, and he doesn't die. I'm still so mad thinking about Tempest, Tempest top blast zone. Yeah. And then they adjusted the wall jump height, which like I'm kind of interested in seeing how this is gonna play out.
That's an interesting one because this is saying that it's like mostly nerfs to wall jump height, but the heavies got buffed in terms of wall jump height.
I don't know. Oh, we'll find out come Tuesday. A lot of these are like come Tuesday. We'll see. But
Yeah.
the meat and potatoes. Look at that. Actual nerfs to the lion. Oh my goodness.
Yes, and so to preface this, there were some changes that Cake suggested that they do to Zetter. And one of the big things was like he said was like reduce his run speed. And that ticked off like a lot of Zetter mains. I will say that because they were like, "Oh, I want my character to feel fast, right? Because if this character doesn't feel like fast to me, I'm not gonna play him anymore." Me, however, coming from originally an alt background where I played Wolf and Wolf's run speed was pretty average, but he still put out a lot of damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I'm willing to see what they can do, what they can do if they do touch his speed because I'm fine with it. I played Wolf before. I'll be used to it. And I think I think what they did to Zetter was a pretty good compromise where they reduced his speed from horizontal jumping and grounded horizontal jump because Zetter was able to follow up on a lot of stuff out of throws, aerials, tilts, jabs, specials, you name it. So I like this change. It's a good compromise that doesn't like fully kill his overall run speed. It was just affects him horizontally but not vertically. And then the other big elephant in the room that irritates a lot of people is Shine, right? Now,
Oh my god. We will get to that in a second.
me
Like my
me
piece.
personally, me personally, the way that I view Shine is that it's a very versatile tool that can be used for anything. And yes, it could, and yes, it quite literally could be used for anything, and can elaborate on that. But when I say it can be used for anything, I mean like you can use it offensively, obviously defensively, as a
Oh shit, you're kind of breaking
recovery.
up.
I don't even think a lot of people realize that Shine Stall is an option that people have in this game with Zetter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so much creativity to be had with Shine, right? But it gets I feel like it gets overshadowed by the fact that everybody just sees Zetter as just constantly mashing Shine to no end because haha button good, right?
Oh my god.
So what they did was make Shine a little bit smaller, but it's not like incredibly small, but it's smaller than the visual, but it is noticeably a little bit smaller. Uh and speaking of other things with the rounded hitbox, Nair got shrunk a little bit as well,
Mm-hmm.
which I've been hearing a lot of mixed opinions about Nair. Some people don't the move that good. Some people think Nair is busted. I'm on that end of like, well, Nair is a strong aerial, but I wouldn't say it's busted. But I can see the argument for it being busted, and I can see the argument for it being bad. And the argument for it being bad comes from a more of I don't really understand how or when to use this aerial because people are falling out of it, right?
Mm.
And the other argument I can see is that I see people like Hyperflame use a lot of Nair from ledge to either edge guard or to either get back on stage, right? I know Switch like to use Zetter Nair for he liked to land with Zetter Nair for so that way he could start his combos because the way that PM players would see Zetter Nair is like PM Wolf Nair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's essentially like a fox drill to them. So that's how Switch was treating Zetter Nair. It's just a fox drill.
Right.
And it covered quite a bit, so I can see why that they decided to shrink Nair, and I can also see why they made the choice to shrink Shine a little bit as well. Then finally, and this one is a bit interesting to me. Back air has more knockback and sense outward. Now, originally, the nerf that Bear got to it, like early on, was that they gave Zetter's tail the Mewtwo treatment where you can hit it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like ult Mewtwo treatment. It's not like Smash 4 Mewtwo. It's like a good middle ground between the two on Zetter's tail for back air. So where you could still try to hit it, but it's not disjointed anymore.
Yeah,
Or
no.
it's not like heavily disjointed like it used to be,
So
I should say.
how I also see it is that with back air, and then I'll elaborate all the other changes like in a sec. With back air, how I see it is like, you know how Crag F tilt is like not a kill move, but it can kill. It's kind of like that's
Yeah,
how I see back air now, and also it doesn't lead into the follow up of back air up strong. Like that follow up is just dead. Which thank God, because you guys already had shine.
right.
You guys already had shine up strong, and you guys already have fireball into F throw. Like you don't need any more. Jesus. But yeah, no, you had the same thoughts I had
But yeah,
about the.
for those that don't know,
Hmm?
for those that don't know, Bear Upstrong was a staple kill confirmed that Zetter had in Rivals 1 that carried over into Rivals 2.
Yep. And also, Shine Up Strong still existed, and it still exists today. By the way, so yeah, no, you and me have the same thoughts of like change number one to Zetter. We're reducing horizontal jump and grounded horizontal jump, like, which is, yeah, it's a good middle ground. But how I see Zetter, like how I want to see Zetter is like, yeah, like Wolf, like where, or like if I want to use like a real life example, I'm fucking like a fucking biker in a bar where if you get up close to this fucking individual or this individual, you're just gonna get as soon as he starts getting going, like in like raining down like punches, grabs, like anything, like you're just screwed. But it's gonna be hard for him to get in, right? Zetter now is basically
Yeah.
like a Muay Thai fighter where he just has everything. He can get out of grabs by using shine. He dishes out his own punishments with grabs like a Muay Thai fighter in the clinch. He has a he had really long reach with fireball and fair and etc etc. He can box in the pocket with nair down tilt, even F tilt. Like he just had everything. And it was absurd. I literally played like as an alter ego, Divine Privilege, where and I was just messing people up constantly because like, oh, I wanna get out of grab. Oh, shine. I hit the funny shine button. What are you gonna do about it? You're on fire. You're just gonna eat. You're just gonna eat the fire. That was absurd. So like, hopefully with it being smaller, it kind of circumvents that problem because like there's no reason why somebody trying to space out their grab gets hit by shine. Like that is absurd. And then like the thing with the neutral air, like how I was using it was like as a cross up tool, Jaz, where
Yeah,
I
that is also another way to use Zetter Nair.
I
So
was, yeah.
you're on the right for doing it that way.
Yeah, I was literally naring in front of their face, in front of like in onto their shield, crossing up, and then like I hit shine on top of that just to cover my bases to not get grabbed. And the only way to counter this is like to hold down, which is like not like 90% of the player base isn't gonna think that. And then I just rev up the combos, the blender, and it was stupid. And then you brought up the shine stalling, right? I was like doing that near
Yeah.
the end, and we'll get to the recovery nerfs, but yeah, because like yeah, no, that's also huge. That was also a huge portion of like why I was able to get masters into like into masters in under 2 weeks with Zetter. That is absurd. It shouldn't be that easy to like rank up a character like that. I feel like. But yeah, let's move on. Like, good to move on.
Yeah, we'll just run through the recovery nerfs real quick because I have a really important graphic that
Uh
oh
oh.
boy, there's a typo here and it irritates me because people still make this error. And honestly, I might be kind of wrong too, but uh
I,
we'll just get to it. So, recovery nurses Zetter. Up special is faster in the beginning but slows down over time, and this helps to kind of decrease the distance that he can travel with up B. Because up B was this it travels like it was basically Firefox, you know. It's literally Fireline, you know. Just like Firefox, it gave Zetter a pretty fair amount of distance, you know.
mm.
But they also decreased the distance of up special slightly as well.
Thank
So
God.
potentially less making it back from most corners, I want to say. Uh his fire dive. will his fire dive gives the double jump back progressively slower the more he uses it per airtime. So from what I saw, this is like a frames thing, and you're allotted. You have a certain number of frames to get that. You have to use his dunk to get your double jump back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the more you get sent off stage, and the more that you have to use it, uh, the more frames, the number of frames that go up before you can get your double jump back again and again every time you get knocked back off stage. And honestly, I think that is a good change. I remember seeing something about, oh, this puts Zetta's down B on par with how they did Olympia's down B, where the more you use Ollie's down B off stage in the air, the less amount of distance you're able to get with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, guys, you know the graphic doesn't even do that much service. But Outcast, if you could please pull up the chart that I put in general, guys. Zetter's normal flip cancel is not a pity flip.
God damn it! I have to like
For
do it.
crying out loud.
I have to do like an entire thing. Hold on. Actually, wait. No, they could actually just see it here. Yeah, it's just on screen.
And where's the clip that I saved? 'Cause I purposely grabbed a clip of SBS from like way when the devs were showing off beta tests.
Yeah, dude, like the connection's
Here we go.
not that
About
good.
what a pity flip is. Now I'm gonna leave that here as well, because we have got to stop people from calling his normal flip a pity flip, because that is not what a pity flip is.
But it is a pity flip. Okay, but no, anyways.
No, his normal flip cancel is not a pity flip. That alone is just not a pity flip, right? And why would we name something like that? As basic as that, like anything. But yeah, that is a flip cancel. His flip cancel animation was changed to make him higher, which means that he's a bit more hittable out of the move, and his tail is also vulnerable during that move as well. And that is honestly a good thing, because one of the three things that make up Zetterburn's recovery, right, is his up B, his down B, and in my opinion, his neutral B, right? And that's on top of saving your double jump and your air dodge. His down B is number one on that list of like biggest things to learn about Zeta recovery, because there's so many mix-ups that you can get out of it. It's not just flip cancel, it's not just the fire dub, it's also pity flip. You can also wave bounce the move. And this is where I will say that I might even be wrong myself about what pity flip is called, because in the library example that is still there for Rival Academy, pity flip is supposed to be a wave bounce down wave bounce special. So, however, the way that pity kind of demonstrates the use of it is that he so B reverses it in some of his examples. So I think that is probably why we commonly refer to B flip cancel, but it's also a wave bounce flip cancel. So for those that don't know what a pity flip is, there you go. But a lot of us will most refer to it as a B flip cancel, where you roll off the ledge or a platform to get your resources back. But with that being said, hopefully his down special cancel animation changes make that and make his flip cancel and pity flip a lot easier to be hit out of. I like that. I'm on board with that change because I know that move was pretty. I wouldn't say it's difficult to contest, but it was a bit tricky to try and contest
Oh my god.
when Zetter's hurt box was shifted so that
Uh,
it was shifted to the point where it was difficult to hit.
you have no. Okay, well, I'm gonna get to my end of the spectrum with this one with recover when it comes to recovery. If you're done, because like holy shit, this comes back to me playing as divine privilege, Jazz. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So up special. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was just straight up Firefox, but better because it coincided with his gimmick of hey, you're on fire. You just explode now, right? So the decreasing the distance is kind of huge to me because now like he isn't like down below in Narnia and he can't just make it back. But yeah, like you said, for his down special, that's also incredibly huge. They gave it the Olympia treatment. Thank God. Because the amount of mix-ups I was getting off of that, and like, oh, I would just go for the normal flip. Oh, hey, yeah, no, they're just targeting, they're just hitting Casper when I just already flipped onto the platform, and now I'm like in their face. Right? So yeah, no, like
Yeah.
that is the, and then I also just and then like I also set it down. I also just set it down and then like, oh, I go for a grab and it's over. They basically they try to not get hit by my down special, they roll and then I just go for a grab, they get hit by F throw, they're dead. And like you and I was starting to do it at the end of the run where I was just shine stalling and then I would also do a normal flip and I'm back on the stage. Let's go. So and then there would also be times where they try to hit me while I try to do the flip and they miss because like you said the shifting hurt boxes. So I don't think I would have made as much like I would probably still be doing the trying to get this character into Masters. I'm gonna be honest. If he had all the stuff to his recovery, like just gutted. But yeah,
Yeah, because he wouldn't be he'd be less like pick up and play to a lot of people. Now, I like to argue that while yeah, Zetter is a beginner friendly character, he's not a true beginner friendly character, right? And what I mean by that is that while he can teach you the game, but he can be difficult to kind of learn how to recover with outside of just using up B. If people aren't explained to them like, oh, you can use down B, you have all these mix-ups out of down B, you can shine stall to recover, right? That's why I like to say that Crag is one of those more beginner friendly characters. And we actually saw that come out a little bit with our Osh9 at CEO, and we will get to CEO a little bit more. But I did want to say that when Osh9 is a me brawler player, and so I kind of figured that he was gonna go Olympia, right? Olympia didn't work out too well because he's SDing a lot. So game two, he immediately swapped to Crag, right? Now, obviously, with a little bit more time and investment into the game, I'm confident that Osh9 could be a very notable Olympia given his me brawler background, right? But having Crag be that true beginner friendly character because he has Pillar to kind of help out or prevent SDs, not fully prevent SDs, but kind of teach you how to not SD starting out. Characters like that is what help. But back to the patch notes, we are gonna get to Crag a little bit later. But right now we have Rano, which was another one of the war crime characters that a lot of people didn't like alongside Zetterburn.
oh man, okay, well the thing with Rano is like it was just like the hate was like constantly just there right? The hate was just there, right?
Yeah.
But with Zetter, it was just climbing because like people were just starting to realize, oh wait, this character's not okay. But no,
Yeah, which
Rana,
was crazy because Zetter has always never been okay. He's always been in that top 5.
yeah, but no, like with Rano, I kind of want to just breeze past this because I am not really well versed in Rano. All I know is like they really drastically changed like how bubble works when he gets hit into it, right? And then the one bubble per
Mm-hmm.
airtime, all that. But yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what they.
so I don't mind running through this real quick. So
Same with Raster,
he's
because like
getting slightly.
yeah,
So basically, Ronald's getting slightly thicker hurt boxes because he's a skinny boy. He needs a little bit more skin on him. That way, people can hit him a bit easier. His run speed is getting slowed down, but not his initial dash, and that's gonna be a huge thing considering the fact that Rano is a tech chasing machine, right? And tech chasing with Rano is is really straightforward, right?
hmm
All you have to do is just wait and react, wait and react. And I mean, to be fair, that's just the game. But on another note, that's even more so Rano, right? So I think that's a good change and make Rano's have to kind of work a little bit more for their tech chases and other follow-ups as well. You can no longer fast fall during needles, and that's a big one because
hmm
uh if you just charge needles in the air and then just fast fall, you get the needle off and you be able to just get a punish off. And that was very frustrating to deal with for a lot of people, understandably so, because how can you really react to that other than possibly like CCing the projectile and
or
then
just
reacting
preemptively
to whatever option comes after the projectile?
preemptively parry, so you parry the
Or
dart and then you parry the aerial.
yeah,
Like,
at which we know how kind of subpar parry is in this game.
holy crap, dude. Nah.
Uh, one bubble per airtime is a really, really huge change. Calling back to Rivals 1 a little bit. Uh, kind of later into the game's lifespan, Durai was one of the biggest abusers of Bubble, right?
hmm
Like he positioned Bubble in a way that every single time he'd get thrown off stage, Bubble would catch him, right? And he'd still get Bubble back. And while we haven't really seen this happen much with Durai or other Ranos in this game, I think it's a good change to kind of circumvent that now. Because Bubble is a really strong tool in general. It's very versatile. It's not. I mean, okay, this is gonna sound weird when I say this, but it's like it's Rano's version of Zed or Shine. But allow me to explain what I mean by that. It's not a Shine, obviously, right? But it's a quote unquote Shine in the sense that it has a bunch of utility to it, right? Bubble can be used offensively, as Ryuk Red has shown off that you can catch people in the middle of hit stun with Bubble. It can be used defensively to catch you um when you get sent off stage or when you're trying to recover or when you try to recover, it can be used as utility. Even though daring on Bubble got nerfed from Rivals 1 to Rivals 2, it's still an option that Rhino players have to use to recover. Bubble is that life insurance for Rhino, right? That's what I mean by Ronald Bubble is Zetter's shine.
Mm.
But I'm not trying to say that Bubble is a shine because God no, it is not a shine at all. I'm just saying with like the amount of versatility that Ronald Bubble has is the equivalent to the amount of versatility that Zetter Shine has, right?
I think you could have just used pillar or rock as a better example.
Yeah, that is fair.
Like, instead of just using shine, I would have just used like pillar or rock or what's another one? I guess ollie down like dash in terms of just versatility and like being able to
Nah,
armor
Ollie
things.
Crystal.
Oh
Crystal.
yeah, that too. But either way, yeah.
But yeah, Bubble can no longer capture players for 30 frames. Ronald will die instead of getting trapped in a bubble when he
Yeah.
quickly uses it defensively. That's a good change.
That's just the straight up Durai
Again,
nerf.
even the, yeah, because again, Darai was the biggest abuser of this in one, and they're catching this now before Darai can figure out even
It's like not even
more
just Durai, it's just
stuff
like
with
other
Bubble
Rada players
later.
too.
Yeah,
Um
and then Rip. Speaking of Ryuk Red, Rip Ryuk Red. Up tilt's getting nerfed, so it can't combo into itself, and it has more recovery frames. For those that don't know, Ryuk Red notorious for just hitting a bunch of clips that have lots of strings of up tilt. So, Rip Ryuk Red there.
I
And then lastly, more up
uh
strong recovery frames on Rano, which yeah, cause a little fun fact, Rano could hit 5 up strongs on Olympia because of her weight and how quick that move comes out. So yeah, hopefully that happens a little bit less now. But
yeah.
I know that's not the main reason why they're targeting up strong, but yeah, I do agree with that change.
Fun fact, they also kind of
I don't think
pretty sure they nerfed it in Rivals 1 near the end of the lifespan. So yeah.
yeah they did. So hope I don't think these up strong recovery frame changes are gonna do too much to Rano, but overall, uh, I I haven't been able to play much of the game like online, but I understand how infuriating can be playing against Rano. So overall, I'd say these are good changes.
So
I don't
the
think that
yeah.
Ronald's gonna get changed. I don't think Ronald is gonna be affected too much by this. I still think that he's gonna be like solidly in top five. But these are some good changes to him. The his egregious stuff. All right, the quote unquote two gods finally getting stoned down. Now let's move on to the bird that didn't show up in previous patch notes, Raster.
Oh my god, dude.
And
They
once
reworked
again,
him again. So
another 10 million reworks to Slipstream.
okay, so I just kind of want to breeze through this because this is a lot of wall text and like a lot of people wouldn't like. You'd kind of had to watch the stream, like the dev stream, to like know what they're talking about. But like basically, yeah, they changed Slipstream, but they made it more interactive by if you what was it if you throw it the other way, the opposite way, it's only active for 2 seconds. But if you throw it at your opponent and you hit them, it's out for longer. And then they basically made it so like where you can't really slipstream and then like camp, and then just trying to pick your shots that way. You kind of have to like throw slipstream out and then actually interact with your opponent. If that makes sense. Otherwise slipstream goes away.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much that's a great summary of what they did to Slipstream now. And honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that, even though this is like the millionth Slipstream change. But it's a good change because
This is what they
the
should have
way that
done.
this is what they should have done to Rivals One Raster.
Oh my
But
god.
the way that Rivals One Raster works is that I mean you can still throw out Slipstream in the opposite direction and be able to camp. However, the whole thing where Raster loses his slipstream if you hit him hard enough, that is in one as well as two. But that's about it. That's about it for Rivals One Raster. He's still solidly in that upper echelon top three in Rivals One. But here, with the stuff that they get, with the stuff that they're giving him, it definitely sounds like Raster's gonna shoot back up into that top three. Now, me personally, I don't think Raster ever fell out of top five. It's just that a lot of Raster mates just didn't like the character and didn't want to push him, and because of that, a lot of people were pushing Raster down in their tier list, kind of
Yeah,
close to that bottom five, which, God no, Raster is nowhere. Raster, in my opinion, was nowhere near that. I think that he was still kind of like in that top five or just slightly out of it.
it
But
just
one of
came
the
down.
biggest things,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it just came down to
one of
like
the
because
biggest,
like it. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead. The biggest thing though is like
no, you're fine.
players on the lower level did not want to pick up Raster because he's the lightest in the game. You get punished for just missing, and this game is already as hard as it is. And then people on the top end of the game, there's very few Raster mains, but who wants to play the character like where if you make a mistake you're just dead, like literally. Like the Crag Raster matchup, how it looks is like, oh, if Raster gets touched 4 times, he's dead, basically, and that's one Crag string.
Yeah,
Like, so they're just trying to make it more fun. Like it may look broken, like it may be broken, like Raster may be crazy at this point with these changes, but I would rather like them try to experiment. Like, oh god, at least keep this one out for now until I guess it starts being a problem, right? Because like literally
yeah.
nobody's playing this character.
Yeah, Raster mains are currently a very rare breed to find. You only really have Marlin, Torque, Applewiz.
Shadowhawk.
It's really not that many.
Yeah,
Shadowhawk, yeah.
and one of them's in the chat, Ender. Shoutouts to you, and
Yeah, and Ender.
also Dakpo. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
about.
there is a handful, but it's not like much, right?
Yeah, but
But to wrap up the raster section a little bit, they changed a couple of his aerials, namely basically all of them except Dare.
hmm.
Nair links better into itself. Strong attack sweet spots are easier to hit, but the power got toned down,
Thank
which is a
God.
good compromise. Down strong, down strong nerf. Neutral special recovery potential got nerfed. It says thanks Dakpo, but I do want to note that Torque, uh, Torque was also another person kind of showing off how neutral special can be used on Raster, so worth noting that. But the biggest thing that a lot of Rivals 1 people are clamoring about is the fact that jump cancel tilts are back on Raster.
Hmm.
And I think that that'll help out like a lot of like a lot of Raster's combo game. I will say, and people people like Torque that are more familiar with Rivals One Raster, Apple Wiz. Basically, a lot of the Rivals One players that are familiar with Raster, they're gonna get like a huge head start with like having to use his jump cancel tilts. Now, something worth noting is that uh from what I heard, you shouldn't be able to jump cancel tilts into themselves
That would just be kind of silly.
with how they're making them work in two compared to one. Yeah, because that's really strong. But this is honestly exciting. What's so funny is that every time I went back to Rivals One, I just remembered that oh, I can jump cancel tilts in this game. But I had no issue with like running using tilts out of a run, which is what Raster currently has now and has had since the betas.
Hmm.
But this version of Raster is definitely going to shake up a lot of things, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see this bird pop off again.
Oh
Because
God.
what is Rivals without talking about how insane Raster is, you know?
Peace. But anyways, yeah, I can't wait for another half of the top 8 Genesis to just be full of rasters, like that one year.
What year Genesis was full of Rasters?
It was like literally half of the top 8 was just raster, and it was like all. It was literally like who you would think would be in there. So it was like Bio, Cobra. Um, Pretty sure there was like a couple others too, but like that's what I remember. I think it was like the last offline Genesis before COVID.
Nah. So we're talking like Bio, Cobra. Was Olive Oily there by chance? Was this
I
the
don't
one where
remember.
EU invaded?
I don't remember. All I know is like half of the top 8 was basically raster. Um, but oh yeah.
I see. But last but most certainly not least, the beetle in the room.
Hey yo, I resent that,
Outcast, I'm gonna
but
let you go.
okay.
Outcast, I'm gonna let you take this one away since this is your main.
So like with the thicker leg hurt boxes, I don't understand. With that one, all I know is like I feel like fair. I'm just gonna get contested more off of just fair. So I'm just gonna have to see what they mean by thicker leg hurt boxes. And I need to like feel like the horizontal jump speed, right? Because otherwise, this is just words. These two are just words to me. They don't mean nothing until like I get my hands on the patch. Now the up tilt nerf. Thank God, dude. I was seeing out what I wanted, right? From up tilt, from going from Rivals 1 to 2. I just wanted front hurt box. Because it made no sense. Where Crag didn't have the front hurt box, but he has the scoop hitbox in Rivals 1. Here he has both. So how I read it is like they just made it Rivals 1, like up tilt. From what like how I'm reading this.
Gotcha.
Which yeah. Cause it was kind of ridiculous getting 3 up tilts in a row back to back. And if I'm up against Loxodon or Edalus, like damn bro, I am getting like 7. If they just don't DI it. Buffs, damage buff, compensation buffs. Oh yeah, right. I don't have it up. Compensation buff. I personally don't agree with giving him more damage output, but we'll see. I'm willing to play this out. What I would have done as compensation is like making his up throw like better or his F throw, because like as it stands right now, what point do I have to like use use anything but down throw? We'll get to down throw in a second. But because with up throw it's a DI mix, but like I'm like almost guaranteed nothing off of it. And then F throw, it's like, yo, what is it? When am I supposed to use this? Versus like using something like down throw. But damage buffs is what they went with, so whatever. Another change is his Nair 3, where I think what that means is like so that you're not stuck in a loop constantly. So it scales with percentage, so it probably sends you more out, if that makes sense. Right? With his Nair 3. Cuz like there are times where you can just like hit fall Nair and then like constantly just stop at the third one and then like loop it again. So they probably just stop. Like they probably just up the knockback on it, so you wouldn't be able to do that. And then down throw has more frames of recovery. Thank God. That how I'm reading that is like okay. So when you know the Crag down throw combo where like you go down throw and then you do down strong or fair. Well, it's basically they basically made it even harder to pull off. Thank God, because that now I'm coming at this like as like okay, how would I feel if I got hit by this in the Ditto or as a different character? I think I would hate this. So and also in the Ditto, it is very annoying to just get hit by down throw and then it's like oh yo it's a rats for this stock. That was kind of lame. It didn't feel as fun. And I would also be a fool to not go for this myself. So yeah, down throw, thank God. Please. Like I'm sick of using this move at high percents. And I'm also reading it as like, okay, well, so it's still possible to like tech chase at low. And then ECB changes it the Crag. Crag Rock pushes away instead of the other way around. Yada yada yada. This was in Rivals 1. Apparently that was like one of the hardest things for them to program in this game. So yeah. That's kind of the patch in a nutshell. In a nutshell, I mean almost an hour into this.
Yeah, it was quite a fair bit to cover, and that's about how much it took the devs to cover on their old stream. But if you do want to watch the full thing, uh, it should be the most recent VOD on the Aether Studios YouTube channel, as well as
Oh my god, we got a new
the
visitor.
Twitch channel as well.
Good evening.
Yeah, no, we just went over the patch tech.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I saw you were on earlier and I popped in, but I was watching I finished Money in the Bank still.
Oh man, okay, well we'll have our own segment when it comes to wrestling, but that's after the after the podcast.
Yeah.
But I mostly want to talk about CEO and like Absa release. But yeah, what you got for
Yeah,
them? What do you think about the patch tech?
I think the patch is a move in the right direction.
Oh my god, tech talking pause about the game.
I know. For the first time, I mean, they've actually done something that's like not inching. They're moving it by feet and reducing and basically just shafting CC and floor hugging and punishing people to where it's just like there's a reason to not do it now. I think is really good. I think the chaotic using like rasters jumping out of tilts. It's great. I was baffled when they said, "Yeah, we thought about it." And we're like, "Oh yeah, that'd probably be too broken." And they didn't test it. And that blew my mind that you didn't test it in the first place. Because that also makes me think that they didn't even want to test Drift DI.
No, they.
I'm skeptical.
I don't think they tested. I don't think they tested Drift DI, but I think they tested.
I know it's.
What was the other one? Fucking.
Noob DI. I know that's in the code as Noob DI.
No. Whiff lag. It was whiff lag. They tested whiff lag, and it felt like garbage. But this is a whole different topic for another day.
That is a whole different topic, but I think the changes are healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a move in the right direction. Finally, Zetter got nerfed. Thank God. Rano is getting touched. Thank God. Raster. Something feels right about Raster potentially just being top 1 again. It's just nostalgic. I was speaking to a certain someone, and after we heard it, they said, "Oh wow, that's crazy that Aether Studios really just wanted to hand Marlon the Evo trophy like that."
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
That's up for debate. That's up for debate.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
I think everything else is pretty good. We're gonna just see. We're gonna see. Like now that like if you CC and you take more damage, like now like you will quite literally explode. And that's what I've wanted the entire time. I wanted people to just explode for doing it constantly and not being
I
fun.
think okay, how I said it was how they did it here now is like, oh, okay, so you know how in fighting games where you take chip damage, right?
Yeah.
That's CC. That's CC now. And also it just stops working at a certain point because you keep doing it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, if it was like chip damage, they would make it to where, like, if they were CCing, the way to balance it would have to be like all your moves, like startup frames, are like there's like 2 or 3 extra frames instead of just being able to instantly just hit people.
Yeah, but you know what I mean though. Like if you just
But anyway,
you're sitting there and guarding.
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, but that's just that's not what the patch was. It was just the reduction and all the other good shit. The crag change, the rock change.
Oh my god, dude!
The down throw,
so
the down throw change
fucking
and the
happy.
rock change. The rock change is going to be fun. The down throw change is going to be good because now it's not going to be we should just do this move because we should just do this move.
Oh man.
I'm missing something. Oh, the Zetterburn changes. The Zetterburn changes were
Well, yeah, we talked
good.
about that extensively.
Yeah. The longer distance of being able to double jump after down specialing in the air when you're being knocked away for edge guarding is good. It makes edge guarding mean more. And the
Where are we at?
slow down at the end of up special is also good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no more.
Is there anything else that I missed?
No more divine privilege. Like he's punching the air
No more
right
divine
now.
privilege.
Rano needle change.
Oh, the slipstream change.
Well,
The needle change where you can't fast fall, that's good. The slipstream change I think is also really interesting. I think that's good to make it engage because that way if people are scrapping, you're gonna see slipstream just go off on like, and I think that's funny.
Well, okay. I'm like, dude, we need more people playing Raster, bro. This is the only way to do it.
We do.
Holy crap, dude! Nobody was playing this character for good reason. Okay, not for good. Well, good or bad. Like you could take it however, but that's just how it is. Now he's more interactive. Anyways, I want to talk a little bit about CEO, despite it still going, because there's a little bit of upsets I want to talk about.
Yeah,
The only thing I really saw.
Huh?
Go ahead, Tech.
The only thing I really saw was I went and peeped Shadow's bracket run, and I saw that he ended up having to fight Sophie.
Yeah, that was
fairly early, and I was like, "That's unfortunate," but I still think he can get like top 16, top 8. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but
no, he has like I think he has a messed up path. Also, money well spent. He got his time on stream, but oh my god, dude, I did not appreciate him as D'ing 2 of his stocks game 1. I was not.
I didn't get to see any of it.
I was not a happy camper. Oh, you pulled it up? Sick. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bring up the
I just want to
Evo
see.
bracket here.
I want to see Mr. Shadow's run. Oh, you have music
Alright,
on.
so
Hey.
yeah, I'm not trying to get the stream copyright struck for listening to Mother fan game stuff, so we're gonna pause that.
But yeah.
Let's go ahead and look at.
Oh my
Shadow
god!
and ThrownOrc pools.
Oh god! Okay, that's gonna be a. This is gonna be a. I hope they stream that one, but oh my stars, bro! I'm gonna be clutching pearls on that one.
Yeah, so our very own Shadow, representing Outcast and Tekknite at CEO this year. Strong start already, got DQ win over DOSBox Falco.
Jesus.
Falling to Sophie, so immediately had to face 2 Zetters and winners, but Shadow said himself that he actually felt a lot more confident against Sophie. Like one or two interactions were close to going to his way.
Mhm.
So that
He did
definitely
say he was
definitely
playing
good
well.
to hear from him. And then to get out of pools for loser side, he had to beat Skrunk. So Zetter in Toronto, and I'm not surprised that that was the path that he was given, considering that
Oh my god.
Florida's
I didn't want to say it.
Florida is known to be a bit of a Zetter, Ronald, Claren region, but as it stands right now, Shadow is set to fight none of those characters tomorrow if Start GGO load.
Oh man, it hates you.
Man, I can't wait for Sleet to go live. Shout out, Cheesy Potato. But yeah, Shadow tomorrow is gonna end up having to fight Get Kinga, which is Olympia Loxodon, and I know Shadow is talking about Gek being the person that he is worried about the most because he's starting to struggle a little bit with fighting Loxodon. Uh, Lox Ollie kind of a scrappy-ish matchup, I want to
So
say.
the key thing here is that Gek actually thinks. So that's gonna be rough. And like
He actually
Yeah,
thinks.
Gek is
he King, as you all know, like he made like like two of the Lux guides that I peeped, and yeah, no, like his whole thing is like he will just gun for grab because that is like one of Luxot's best options. He's got one of the
Mhm.
better throws in the game. He also like likes to go for like the magma stacks into a neutral special. So that is like a whole other ordeal that Shadow kind of has to deal with. So I think with Shadow, he's just gotta like Shadow's like big strength here is like if he can get the grabs and be able to combo locks, then it's kind of a wraps. But that's if he can get in the first place. Because I feel like Gek can also just like be able to like just play sentry locks. So yeah, I hope they stream that match.
yeah, definitely a good match to get on stream. Uh, but before we go down the list of people that we have in top 32 fully, I do
I
want
just
to
want to talk about the upsets.
congratulate our other good friend. You want to talk about upsets? All right, we'll get to that in a moment. I do want to congratulate Torque though for hell of a run. Now,
Mhm.
keep in mind, the CEO is a very stacked bracket. It's like
Yeah.
super stacked. There's essentially nobody really bad here at all, right?
Hmm.
And Torque putting up one hell of a fight today. I don't know who Cool Biz plays, but having to play Claren could have potentially played Marlon in the Raster Ditto or played Raster Orcane,
Hmm.
but ended up getting knocked down into loses by Dano. I do know that Claren is a matchup that Torque tends to struggle with a little bit, and that is fine because we can work on that. That's my good friend. I want to help them. I want to help them overcome that matchup because that is a matchup that they do definitely struggle with. But yeah, on a bit of a loser's run, and it got cut short in the Raster Ditto against Applewiz and loses unfortunately, but still, nonetheless, Torque put on one hell of a show for everybody. And if you like watching Rasters and you want a Raster that has not dropped the character at all through all the changes that he's been getting, you do want to watch Torque on his Twitch channel whenever he does stream, and that's twitch.tv/ThrownOrc777. Go give him a follow. We'd sure appreciate it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's our two good friends here. Let's go back and look at the top 32. This is going to be interesting. I know, Outcast, you wanted to cover some upsets. I got one upset for you that,
I mainly just want to talk about this one because oh my god, dude.
yeah,
Like,
ZB Sandstorm.
That is something that happened that I didn't know who ZB lost to, but
Sandstorm is the top Brawlhalla player,
yep.
and he plays
That was-
Olympia, and his Olympia was very fundamentally sound.
Disgusting. Like,
He was pretty good at multiverses, so
ZB literally took the game though off of like Aramata shenanigans. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he just...
Oh, it was streamed?
Yeah, it was streamed.
Yeah, it was streamed.
This match was crazy. Yeah, no, and like, there was like a point where like, if ZB got a grab, he was just taking the stock because one of Olympia's main weaknesses is literally getting spiked or just getting thrown way off into stage, and it's very easy. It is like she's one of the easier characters to pull this off on. Because what is she doing? Oh, she's constantly in the pocket. So, yeah. And then I think I remember Klepto being... what was Klepto's seed? I'm curious. Because I remember that being a mistake.
I don't think Klepto was seated within the top 32, from what I heard.
No.
But yeah, Klepto, let's go to Klepto's pool real quick. So Dingo...
Klepto's seed
Klepto
19.
had to fight Dingo to get into top 32, and Dingo, who... I had no idea who Dingo was prior to Momocon. They won Momocon over people like Adam, Piggy, who is a Claren main, and I think those are like the main two heavy hitters at Momocon that I can remember. I'm probably missing maybe like one other person, but yeah, Dingo with the Force Burn. That's the Momocon champion. Klepto taking down Dingo with the clean 2-0, and I think Dingo was the second seed in this pool to Stango.
Mm.
So yeah, Klepto definitely a fair bit underseeded, but it happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was still supposed to...
seen Klepto play.
He was still supposed to make day 2, and that probably just comes down to not going to anything. Like,
yeah,
or
much.
not going to a lot of things. But yeah.
And that's usually the case for a lot of the Rano mains in general, is that they're all really good, but they just can't travel anywhere.
Oh yeah. So like, I think that was like, oh yeah, and let's go to Cork's run, because that was like the main thing I want to talk about too.
My cousin doing well.
Oh my god, this joke again. This
It's
guy.
not a joke. It's not a joke.
All right, so
Yeah.
funnily enough, the whole reason why I started watching CEO today was because the first thing that I was sent from Outcast was that Cork beat Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy.
Because in Rivals 1, like, okay, so the whole thing with Cork is that, like, if he doesn't feel like trying, like, he's just like, he's just not gonna do well. But if he decides to try, you just see a masterclass Forsburn. And even then with Cork trying, I think Guard takes it in Rivals 1. In this game, however, Cork literally, like, okay, I don't know, I didn't watch game 1, but game 2, yeah, Guard 3-stocked Cork, and then Cork returns it back, basically 3-stocks him, or takes a comfy 2-stock lead. That's insane to me. Like, and that also goes to show, like, hey, Forsburn's actually a good character. It's not just Cake Assault putting in the work. So, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
Forsburn mains, I don't think you guys got excuses, bro.
No, you guys don't, and I will I will be the #1 person that will be mad at you fucking Forest mains. I will say it right now. I
Like,
had to deal
dude.
with downplay since Rivals 1, and I'm tired of the downplay. The character is fine. You guys just suck at using smoke or fundies or one of the two.
I can
That's all
get
I gotta
I can
say.
understand I can understand if people say he's like boring because like yeah, Bear and Dare are his best moves, but like guys, like you can still whatever happened to
You can
experimenting.
still, yeah, you can still experiment. Who cares if you're just relegated to Baron Dare? Find ways to combo into Baron Dare. You aren't just relegated to those two moves.
But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I mean, oh dang, Renzo almost about to fight Korik. Damn, the doubles god doing it.
Mhm.
Doubles god goaded at singles.
Yeah,
Yep, but
my doubles
the
god.
Jolly Roger. The
But
Jolly Roger had something to say about it.
Tomato, tomato. But that's basically all I have for CEO because, like, I mean, what it comes down to is like, it's actually it's actually really fucking pretty stacked. Jesus.
Yeah, it is super
Mm.
stacked.
I think
Really quickly before we
yeah.
do go into Absa, I do want to run down the top 32 that we have going into tomorrow. We have Stango versus Klepto. That's gonna be something to surely watch. I got Klepto beating Stango. I don't know about you guys. I think Klepto can do it.
I don't know who
Uh,
Klepto is, so
I think Klepto could do it. Depends if Stango wants to go Crag or not and test it. Like, if he goes Zetter all the way, that's gonna be hard to call. If Stango decides to go Crag, I think Klepto wins. Personally.
I think Klepto wins regardless of if Stango
No, I'm
brings up
just
the Zetter or Crag, but I think it's gonna be close.
I don't think the Crag can do it. His Crag can do it. I'm gonna be honest. Call me a hater. I just see his Zetter like as way more threatening, if that makes sense.
That's fair.
Vibe Lucius, oh that's gonna be a fun watch.
Yeah, Cake Backpack, and that's a matchup we haven't seen since Rivals 1, quite literally. Elky's Aunt, Sinbad Dakpo,
Sinbad
Marlon Terry,
Sinbad from the board.
yep.
Sophie Low Cheesy, Sandstorm Caro of Loxodont main coming back playing Olympia.
Oh Jesus.
So those are our winners sets for tomorrow, and then
That's
for
a
losers.
trend. The Locksmain's playing Olympia now, huh? Because Gikenga did that too.
Gek did for a little bit, but then just ended up sticking with Loxodont.
Oh.
Truly a trooper.
Games and Dingo, I think Dingo's gonna take that.
I don't know who Saint is, but
I don't know
have
either of
heard
these
a little
players.
bit about. I have heard a little bit about Manzana. Manzana, thank you.
Okay, yeah, that makes
I have
sense.
heard a little bit about Manzana today. That they also got top 8 at MomoCon, and they were putting up some really close games against who else is in Manzana's pool? Yeah, had some really close games with
Oh
Lucius.
wow, that's actually
Definitely could have taken it over
that's kind of crazy,
Lucius.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
Obviously we have Shadow versus Gek.
That's gonna be a hard one to call.
ZB versus Cork.
Jesus Christ,
Jet
dude!
versus
I got transported into Rivals 1 with that one. Jeez, dude. ZB versus Cork.
Yeah.
That's gonna be some shenanigans.
Jeez versus
Jeez,
Apple.
dude. Yeah, Jeez, dude versus Apple. The government versus ship. I think this sounds like a Lox Ditto to me.
I think
Does
so.
the government play Loxodon or do they play Zetter?
Hmm. I don't know.
Either way,
The
and then
government sounds like
finally,
an alter ego, to
guard
be honest.
Acorn.
Government plays Zetter from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Um,
Guard Acorn.
I think Guard takes that one.
Does Acorn play Maple?
Acorn plays Zetter.
Yep.
Then you shouldn't be named Acorn. You shouldn't. You deserve to lose at that point. Sorry,
Hey,
Acorn. Thought you were a
man,
cool person.
Please.
Damn,
I'm just
bro.
being honest here.
No, I think ZV might take it over Cork. Yeah. No, honestly, yeah, it might just go as projected, but
Yeah, I'll bring up the projected for a second.
huh. Really, Sinbad over Dagpo? Okay, yeah, Dagpo did have an insane run in Combo Breakers, so yeah, I can honestly see it.
Sinbad versus Dakpo could go either way.
Yeah.
I feel like Sophie Cheesy could go either way, but I feel like Sophie might
I
have
might.
a
I
slight
think. Yeah.
edge here.
I have. Yeah.
And
Sophie
then
winning.
Sandstorm Caro can also go either way.
Oh wow, the projected Lucius versus Shiv. I could honestly see Shiv taking it, like in a twisted way.
Hmm.
I think if Shiv can tap into some of the stuff that Monzano was doing to Lucius, probably.
Oh wow, it
And
just
then
into top 8. Cheesy versus Elkies. Dang. That's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's a heartbreaking one. I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, just like a quick
Yep.
talk about CEO. But
lots of
yeah.
familiar Rivals 1 matchups, lots of toss-up matchups. Very excited to see how that ends up. Now, obviously, the projected top 8 has Marlon winning. I think that Sophie might have a chance to redeem herself and actually will beat Marlon in winner semis.
Hey yo, man,
For
that
those
was
that don't know,
that was online. That was online. See me on LAN.
no. For those that don't know, Sophie having a killer run to second place in the first online bracket to kick off R2CS, taking Marlon to a game 5 in Grands before falling to him. I think that Sophie has a really strong chance of beating Marlon offline, just to show that, hey, this game 5 online was no fluke whatsoever. I can definitely do it. See I can see a possibility where Sophie takes it, right? I can also see a possibility where Cake actually takes it, where he finally finds that confidence again, you know.
Mm.
But again, all shall be revealed. Top 32 to top 8 tomorrow. I'm not sure what Twitch channel this is gonna be streamed on, but I'm sure the devs will say what stream it's gonna be on, and I hope they don't ping in the middle of it almost being done. That stream
What
is
was it
happening.
on today? Because I didn't even see anything.
Let me stop sharing
I
first and foremost, but
I kept checking the topic, like the channel for just like the Rivals 2 general channel, and
they
wasn't.
pinged an announcement of NA Court, and this is at
They-
this is at 3:27 Eastern my time, in the middle of the second to last or last pool, like starting to wrap up more. I don't know why they waited that long to actually ping something about the stream being live, but hopefully that changes tomorrow. I'm gonna take a quick look as to where top 32 and top 8 are going to be streamed. It's going to be on the same Twitch channel that it was on today, actually, being maxmode_FGC.
So I
be sure to
think
tune into that.
I think what they're doing is they're probably not going to use the Rivals of Aether channel for stuff like for tournaments. They're probably going to be using it for dev updates from here on out. From what I understand, because like that honestly makes more sense. Now it would have been nice if they said something about that, but I'm just assuming.
Yeah, well,
That-
I couldn't find it in the category. Like when I was in the category earlier, I couldn't find it.
What
But,
time did you check?
I checked at 3 CST. I checked at 6 when I was done doing scripts and was starting to watch wrestling, and then I checked again at 8 and I didn't see anything, and I was like, all right, whatever, they're not streaming it today.
Oh, stream was like over by the time it was like 6 your time, but it was it either had just ended or was about to end.
Yeah, because
when
like
you were done at,
they
like,
did
3
10
your
a.m.
time.
pools, bro. So like, because they probably started.
That's when they stream. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was 10 a.m. pools.
That's nuts.
Yeah, times are tough out here. But yeah, no, like,
Alright, well-
moving on to Absa, but I am gonna get a quick snack real quick. And more water. Yeah, I'll be right back. But yeah, you guys could start talking about Absa.
Yeah, so Absa is coming in how many days is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Absa is coming in 16 days, and this is probably, yeah, no, not even probably, this is the first zoner that we are getting in quite a long while since quote-unquote Arcane. Because Arcane was designed to be a zoner, but sure as hell doesn't play like one, but Absa definitely looking like she could slow down the pace of the game a fair bit, and I'm honestly excited for it. I did play a little bit of Absa and Rivals 1, mostly for kind of personal reasons. And those personal reasons being that, for a couple of years, I played Zelda and Zelda-like characters in memory of my grandmother because her name was Zelda. I did unfortunately lose her in 2020, like right as COVID was starting, but it wasn't too COVID. So because of that, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to play. This is back when I was playing Ultimate. I played Zelda in her memory because of her name, and then I started playing Rivals 1 a bit more than Ultimate. I saw that Absa was essentially the Zelda of the game, but more so like PM Zelda. And so I decided to pick her up and learn her just for like a short duration of time, and she's kind of sort of been a little bit of a secondary now to me, which is cool. So I wouldn't say I'm inclined to speak about Absa as much as somebody like Penguin, but I will say that I am excited and hopeful that Penguin does make a big return with Absa being added, because you know we're all looking at like all the top players dominating everything right now. You know, we have Marlon, we have Cake, ZB's kind of off and on, Cheesy still kind of around, Derai starting to pick things up a bit more with Rivals 2. Why is nowhere to be found. Elkies is still a prominent threat. Missing from that top 10 equation was Penguin, and you know, Penguin was struggling a little bit to just find a character to stick with. We did see her play some Arcane, but it wasn't as strong as like it wasn't really that strong, you know. And it's kind of sad to see because this is one of the most second most notable players in Rivals history, right? We have our full stream back a little bit as well. But what is Rivals without, you know, constantly watching Cake and Penguin Grands for like the millionth time in a row.
Oh my god.
So I am yeah, I know it's
I
annoying, but I am hopeful that we can get Cake Penguin Grands back in Rivals 2. Because I know it's a bit annoying to just constantly watch that over and over and over again. But I am open and welcome to seeing that once more for the people, for the culture.
Okay, Tech, your thoughts?
I don't really know if Penguin is even going to be like that interested after. We're gonna have to see after the first week,
Yeah.
because I remember Cake was saying like you're gonna play Absa and you're just not gonna like the game, like, 'cause it's just not gonna work for you, because that's that's what he was saying. He was like, you're gonna have like a time for a week and you'll be like, all right, I'm done with this bullshit, and then you're just gonna get mad because the game's frustrating or whatever. But we'll see. Uh, I think having a character like Abs is a healthy thing that
Oh,
we
yeah.
needed, because there are a lot of like P plus players that were like, yeah, so when's that double jump cancel character coming out? And they're excited to play. So I know that Shadowhawk's gonna dive into it a little bit, and then
I feel like
Hyperflame's also gonna fuck around a little bit. Probably not gonna drop Zetter, but
Ooh.
they are both going to be trying, because they're both Lucas mains in P plus, and that's that's what they really enjoy. So
Was gonna say that those Absa definitely feels like she would fit those two the most given their backgrounds, but I'm I'm kind of I'm kind of like pushing more for like Hyperflame to maybe try and do something with her before he sticks with Zetter.
yeah,
I
I think
think
it's
I
gonna
think
be good.
Shadowhawk would fit more personally. Like kind of just how he plays Raster. I'm like, okay, wait, what if he did play Absa?
Yeah, we'll have to see. They're both
That's fair.
really good. There's two videos that talked about, like, one, Hyperflame coming back and winning a tournament in P plus, which was super hype, and then there was one that was just covering Shadowhawk's run and being ranked as the 51st player because he was just that good and was like just outside the top 50 whenever they dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think like both of their play styles, they don't exactly mirror each other, but there's a shit ton of similarities, and I think that they're probably both going to play Absa. And I'm just excited to just have Absa back and just watch other players play her and see what stuff that we can do. I'm sure there's going to be some broken shit that's going to come out, and I mean, given like her special pummel and having the cloud just attached and just doing all the other BS with it, it's gonna be pretty cool.
How I read it, right? For everybody that was like clamoring for Absa, right? Right, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If people were getting frustrated with how just campy and just straight up degenerate people were playing with Raster and Rano, for example, even Maple to like a degree, and even Crag, right? What makes
Yeah.
you plop an actual zoner in there? What do you think's gonna happen? More or less the same like this, like, but
they could get mad, but counterpoint, parrying cloud is a lot easier than doing anything versus Maple running away and throwing seed. And
yeah, but you get what I mean, though, right? with like,
yeah, I get what you mean.
like,
but
yo, you're asking for like the campy character,
Yeah.
when like you get frustrated at people who try to play like that with like characters like Rano and etc. etc. I just think it's ironic. Is that just me?
yeah, I think it's just you. Because a lot of people they just think of her like trying to be in an aggressive format
It's
instead of being campy. But she can
gonna...
be like aggressive. She can be aggressively campy. Because then at that point you're just playing a bullet hell with Cloud.
I don't know, man. Like, I think the more, like, I guess, because like it worked in Rivals 1 because like there was no shields and the game was fast. So if you were even able to like just truly zone somebody out with like somebody like Absa, I'm like, all right, no, hats off to you. Like, you deserve it at that point. Like, yeah, so that's just kind of how I see it. In this game, it's slower. You have shields. Like, Absa also has a shield. So I if people were gonna play that way, please do. Please do.
Yeah. I think it's going to depend on, one, how her recovery is going to work. Because if her up specials like automatically treat it as if she touched the ledge and like you phase through the ledge, like when Pikachu was doing that shit in Smash 4 and you would go Battlefield and they'd have a handful of campy Pikachus that would, they'd zip and zap. And if they do that constantly, and it's not if it's like treated like, okay, well, they technically touched the edge of the platform, so they can just do it again, then I think that's probably going to be pretty toxic and campy. But if they treat it to where like if she touches the platform, she's then stuck on the platform and can't really ledge cancel as easily, then I think that's probably healthier. That's probably one of the things that I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the first way you talked about, and then they're gonna scale it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna just look for all the degenerate shit that she's gonna have, because I'm just gonna try and find a way to like break the characters, because that's usually what I do.
But yeah, no, that, and then so we just talked about Absa. Now the segment I also really wanted to talk about, who you got for the next character. What could they possibly do for the next character?
Yeah, chat. We do want you to kind of tune in on this, because we wanna know what you guys think as well. But real quick, did either of you two remember wub dashing from Absa?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna try when I get my hands on her.
I kind of figured that was gonna be the first thing you're gonna try, Tech.
Yeah. So wub dashing is whenever you would do her down special with her Cloud, and if you spammed jump and down special, since down special can't be like reactivated while down special is already active, it cancels your double jump. So then she just does her double jump noise and then floats across the thing. Here, let me bid up Rivals 1 and I can show you.
Okay, this is a cool segment. Okay, oh yeah, I didn't even bother looking up the character that I bought possibly in the game.
We already know what character I want. We can
Yeah.
just give me Hodon or give me Slade, and that's fine. Or I guess any of the other ones, but I'd personally want Slade because I want a pirate shark guy.
I think a lot of people like want either Slade or Hodan, because they're like, I mean, Slade already has his voice actor.
I did not realize that Discord is now inside of Rivals, so I see the face cams. What the hell?
Wait, that's weird.
That's weird as hell.
But yeah, Slade already has his voice actor jotted down in the credits, so I think a lot of people are like, oh, Slade's gotta come eventually, and I think he'll come immediately after Lorena. But I do want to remind people that the devs did say that there's going to be no Dungeons characters for year 1.
Like, just straight up.
It's worth noting that.
straight up, and I honestly,
Let me go fix
okay,
this.
I'm not gonna say who it was, but somebody told me. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, dude. Anyways,
I had to fix it.
So somebody told me like, hey, like they had nothing done for Absa, like as soon as the game dropped, and then they saw the backlash that they got, and they're like, damn, we probably should.
They had nothing
work on-
done for what? For characters?
No, for Absa specifically, they had nothing. They
okay,
had
so this
nothing done.
That's crazy. So this is web dashing. You do down special, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as you do it, you spam down special again with double jump.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did. I think I remember you showing me that one time.
Oh my god, I messed up.
Remember the one patch that they patched out fucking web dashing for no reason, and
Yeah.
then they were like, "Oh, fuck, fine, we'll put it back in." I still don't know why they did that. That was silly.
But yeah, no.
Yeah,
like-
let's hope web dashing is still in Rivals 2, because that would be cool.
Well, that was a really good one. That's a good one to end it on.
But no, like they had nothing done for Absa, then like and then like I think it'd be funny if like, hey, yeah, no, they actually had Slay done, but now they gotta swap around Absa and Slay.
Yep.
I think that'd be funny.
Yep. I just don't think that they're gonna put what's that other one's name? Artemis?
Artemis.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
And-
think they're gonna put that character in yet, just because like it's another Axe character. And then
I think it's like mid 2026 or early 2027. I'm gonna be honest for you for Artemis.
yeah. So
yeah,
if
as much as I really want her, she's not coming until like a little bit later. We already have 4 fire characters, and it's specifically the 4 fire characters that are
That
the most
actually
relevant
matter.
to the lore and all that. So we're not seeing another fire character until like 2026.
Did web dashing serve any purpose?
no, it was just the style.
No.
Yeah,
It
it's
it served no purpose whatsoever.
kind of like Malo Cha-Cha slide,
Yeah.
and then they removed that for no reason. But all of 2 Malos cried because there's only 2 Malo mains.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Colby needs his tech, all right.
okay, what do we here? Oh yeah,
All right. So if we go through the characters that are still in base cast and not in Rivals 2 cast, we have what? We have Malo, Sylv, Hodon, Ellie, and Palm.
yeah. Yo,
So-
SK Ori. No, I'm joking.
You mean Shmori and Schmovelschmite? Yeah, they're gonna get in.
Totally, yeah.
Did I tell you the theory about what Shmori's gonna be? It's gonna be so Shmori is gonna be a hamster that likes marshmallows, and Sign is gonna be a marshmallow that follows him around like Sign, but when you like charge it and it expands into the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Me and Galaxy came up with that because we have creative brains and we're content brained as hell. Okay, anyway, so when Shmori comes out, that's gonna be great, and that all derived from Adam Kara saying it's not gonna be called Ori and Shovel Knight, it's gonna be Shmori and Schmovelschmite. Anyway, getting to the characters, I don't think Sylv's getting in as like the last character. I mean, I could be wrong,
No.
but I don't think Sylv's gonna get in just because it's another Earth character to like round it out, and they probably need another water character, but also like air is lacking.
I don't.
Sylvanas is also going to be too fucking big. Sylvanas is going to be too fucking big.
Oh, we're
Cody
giving Sylv the Ridley treatment.
Exactly.
big.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Malo's coding of bombs is going to probably be a nightmare. So they're probably trying to figure that shit out now and being like, yeah, this is a year 7 thing, right? Not really, but really. And then Eliana, I think if so one thing probably has to change for Eliana, but it's like her entire game plan, and it's trying to figure out how the hell they're going to make mine work. Because coding a mine is a lot easier than coding 4 different sets of bombs, right? I could see Ellie or Palm being the last character after Absa, even though that's 2 air characters released one after the other.
I wouldn't mind that.
I'd be more in favor of Palm, and I
Yep.
think she's more easier to code.
Yes.
Because floating already exists, but it's like descending, but they could just change the values.
Okay, I mostly want Palm, like, if it's going to be like another returning air character, I'd mostly want Palm because I just want to see Keeb rip the competition apart.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If all right, so here's the smart play. This is the smart play. All right.
Uh-oh.
So the smart play is to release Absa because people wanted a double jump cancel character, so they'll get that, right? We have the P+ players that played Lucas that are happy now. We have other players that wanted to play those characters and they're happy now. If you like Zelda, Pikachu type ish, then like you're happy with that. The next one is Palm because it's basically a 1-to-1 to Peach, but not really, but kind of really. And I think that, you know, having notes is probably a lot easier than just, you know, bombs and missiles and all this other shit, right? My heart wants Hodon, but I don't think it's healthy for getting other players interested just because they're going to see a charge character. And most of them have never played a traditional fighter. And they're going to be like, what the fuck is a charge character? How does that work? And then it's going to be the same thing as Rivals 1, and there's going to be like 5 Hodon mains max. And I'm going to be one of them. And you're never going to see the character and all that other stuff. And you're like, oh, we wasted our fucking time. So I think the smart play is we do Absa Palm. And then we save Sylvanos
I'll get into
for next year. And we give him Flower Beam, which is Solar Beam, because he's got to be broken. Because that's what I want. That's what I want, damn it. That's what I want. I want the Dan energy. I'm tired of the Trevor energy. Sorry, Trevor, but not really. Give us the crackhead mode stuff. Like that's what we want. Year 2, I think we just ball out, and that's what happens. Year 2, I think it'd be Sylv, Hodon, a new character, and then a Dungeons character maybe at the end.
All right, Dave Batista. You kept saying, "Give me what I want." So I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so how I see it, first of all, I don't think we're gonna do an Earth character because Lorena is like slated to be character 15. Like that is
what's our character slots right now?
Like,
are we at 10 or 11?
We are at when the last character of 2025 drops. That's character number 14.
Okay, so we're at 10 right now.
No, we have right now. Yeah, no. Olympia makes 12. We're at 12 characters total. Absa will be Absa will be 13, and then the next character will be character 14. I'm pretty sure they've been saying Lorena will be character 15. Meaning, straight up, we just get that's Earth right away. So that's why I don't think it's Sylv. If we're gonna keep going with the balancing line. But what I personally want for character 14 to be like a different element entirely. The abyss element is what I want. That's what I want.
Oh, okay.
Give me what I want. Now I'm Dave Batista.
Good. I'm gonna rip out the nose ring. All right, so if we have
I am still on this abyss element line. Give me that.
So do we get the workshop character non-available or whatever it was N/A, or do we get the one that I don't even think it was an official like character thing. It was oh my god, I don't even remember the name. The one that every time they do a move, they change into one of the base cast characters. It's like basically it's like double from Skullgirls. No, not Sandbird. It was an abyss, like blob, and then like let's say like when it did forward air, it would do Zetterburn's forward air, but then when it would do up air, it would do Absa's up air, and it would transform like mid aerial into like an abyss Zetterburn, and then transform into like an abyss Absa.
12 from Street Fighter 3. What I was thinking is like, okay, who here has played? Who here has played Dungeons of Aether?
I started it, didn't finish it.
Because it's basically I want the final boss from this game to be the
shit spoilers.
I didn't say any spoilers yet. Damn.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
I basically want like where that character is like the one of the main villains, and how it's gonna work for lore, who knows? Because they haven't been doing anything with their lore recently. So
yeah, the lore in question.
I always think about the Adam Kara video. But he's like, but Adam, what about the lore? And he's like, who gives a shit?
Pretty much, dude.
Oh,
like
God.
it has been, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Like that is where I'm kind of at with it. I mean, it'd be cool to make it narratively make sense, but like, dang, bro, the final boss of this game looks sick. Of Dungeons looks sick. He would also
I can't believe The Rock made it into Rivals too.
But he would also, like that character would like just straight up be a zoner. And I could honestly see like how, like I could see the, this character operate like JP from Street Fighter 6.
Oh.
Where like visually,
give him a cane.
Visually he looks like he looks fucking amazing. Like all the effects look amazing. But the gameplay looks boring as hell, but he looks so cool. He looks fun to watch, but like, dude, getting hit by any of this, dude, it sucks. Type deal.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that's kind of who I would want. But if I had to pick a returning, if I had to, it would be Palm.
Yeah.
For me. Again, narratively doesn't make sense? Hell no. Especially not. No. I don't even know how you can even get Palm into the past, because she is from the future. So, yeah. I don't know how that's going to work out.
I think some, like, unorthodox picks would be maybe some of, like, the older workshop characters, because I was just looking some of them up. Like, Angla, who... She was like a oh my god, what was she like?
I remember her.
She was like a Street Fighter type character. Like she was kind of like Ryu, but not really. And then Epinal was cool.
Maybe not Epinal.
But I don't know how that would function because there's a lot of crazy command grab shenanigan things with some other stuff. The fox with the that the fox with the bow and arrow, but that's just what's her face. But again, but they're spirits. They're spirits. Don't worry, Tech. They're spirits. It's different.
I hate you.
I know you're talking about Astro. It's like they actually that's a good idea for a fleet skin. Just referencing a workshop character. Just referencing Astro.
Or what was oh my god, I can't remember this dude's name. The flaming bull that looked like he was from Rivals. He was like a Ganondorf type character.
Reichenburn.
Yeah, Reichenburn. Or we could have Guadwa, which would be nice, but they'd have to like turn a lot of shit down. But that's like year like 12. What was one of the other ones? Oh, we get Dinoc up in there. That's another
Oh,
Earth
okay,
character,
actually,
sorry,
yo,
year
Dialogue would
27.
be crazy, but that's another Earth character.
Dinoc would be crazy, and then Adam Care would have to like voice all the lines, and then we'd have to get Adam Capybara in there as well, who's like also
Okay.
unironically
Adam
Earth.
just gets 2 characters.
Yeah, and then we could also get what was that other fucking character's name? Oh my
Bad.
god. I'm gonna look him up. Real
Okay,
quick. Give me
well
a second,
that's
and
that's going
we'll
on.
continue.
Okay, Todd's returning picks would be Hodan first, Malo and
Hold
Eliod,
it first. Oh, dude, we're
Jeez.
best friends now.
and then Guadra is reworked. But
Yeah,
like,
we're best friends now.
see now, if Hodan was the slot Absa's in, I would be down. But like, Jesus Christ, dude, that is another heavyweight water character. That's the thing. I had Hodan super low in my tier list for row 1. Because like I liked making Hodan mains mad. And also it literally took the
Yeah.
best Hodan player like that people have seen for me to whoop my ass in a 1st to 10 consistently. The what, 5 of them?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, damn. Damn, you right though.
Yep.
Alright.
Jaz, who
Now
you
it's
got?
my
Very many
turn.
Yep.
Who do I got? So, as much as I would like to see Artemis and Malo, we are not getting another fire character, in my opinion, until the second half of 2026. Because again, we have the main 4 that you need for the story already. You don't need anything else, and that's fine. So, with that being said, air characters next. That balances out everything to about 3 minimum, with obviously the fire characters having 4 characters maximum. I think that we're gonna get a brand new character who has like no background whatsoever. Just I think this is going to be the Dan character that
Yeah.
the final character for year 1 is gonna be, because I know I'm starting to hear like people say that, oh, I don't want another returning character, I want a new one. We haven't had a new one since Loxodon, and that makes sense. I think after Absa, because you have your original 8 back, after Absa would be the perfect time to introduce a new character. Now, what would this new character be? What element would they be? What could you possibly do with them? I feel like this new character should be something that brings in more FGC people, right? Because it's likely that character for this year is going to be announced at EVO. Perfect platform to do so. You already have Evo Ollie. You already have people trying out Olympia because she's the closest thing to an FGC character that people are comfortable with.
So we could get
So maybe
Hodon 2.
Oh my god. No returning characters though.
maybe. Yeah,
Okay, so
so,
instead of Chun-Li, it's a chipmunk named Chunk-Li.
Okay, so
There we go.
all right, how would you feel about like you remember Olympia's trailer, right? Where it showed
Olympia's trailer, yeah.
like the different elemental the other elemental
Oh, the
like
pushers. Yeah,
the
pushers.
Yeah, I want the rabbit.
Oh yeah, the rabbit.
No,
Would be
you
fire.
want Hera.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, no, like could you imagine like a zoner boxer character? Dude, I just love it when
Ash is right there.
I just love the flicker jab because like that would be perfect. I just think yeah, Todd. Cuz like yeah, I want Ed. Yeah. Cuz the flicker jab is sick. Like if you've ever watched Thomas Hearns, that's why. I think the flicker jab's awesome. Sue me.
Sue me. I want you to do it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, if it's not a new character, like a completely new character for some reason, Hodan will probably be the next best bet because again, you're trying to sell an audience of mainly FGC people, and what other character is like the best FGC character to sell to somebody? Hodan. He's a charge character. People are familiar with Blanca and Guile from Street Fighter, and that's what Hodan has in his kit. It has some aspects of Blanca where you have to charge him, has some aspects of Guile where you have his sweat whirls that you sling at people, right? So either a completely brand new character, the Dan character, is what is going to be marketed at Evo, or you have Hodan finally joining the roster along with his other two, 3, 4, 5, 6 students that are in the game.
Yeah.
And that wraps up the water characters. Then, of course, going into year 2, Lorraine is going to start things off. We'll have Earth again, then another air character. What that air character will be, I feel like maybe that air character specifically could be a new air character. Because as I do see the reasoning to just add Palm, right? They already have Float figured out, so they would be easy to translate onto Palm, right? And they would just have to rework a couple of things about Palm from her Rivals 1 iteration to Rivals 2. Specifically, some of the stuff with like edge guarding, because I know that was annoying in 1. Vince took forever to get proper nerfs. Notes might be a pain. I don't think they're that much of a pain, but yeah. Palm was really strong in 1, and I think they'd have to figure out how to tone her down in 2. But the other problem is that how would you make Palm fit in the current timeline? Because she is from Claren's timeline. How is she going to the past along with Claren? And you can ask that same question for Malo in case Malo is character 17 or 18, right? How are you going to get these two characters from Claren's timeline into the past, and how are you going to fit them there, right? I'm sorry, Tales of Aether spoilers incoming. Is Ayala going to transport both of these two from the future to the past just like she did with Claren? Make another time machine somehow? We may never know. Because they don't have enough lore fleshed out.
Oh god,
right?
okay, that's another thing. That's another thing we could talk about. Jesus Christ. We keep referencing
All right, I
it.
found
But yeah,
I found the character. Senior. He was like this almost like a dinosaur type character. He was also Earth, unironically. And he had like Ganon's like his down special, the dive kick thing. And he also had like Ganon Stomp, and he had some other shit too. He had Ganon's like up air. He was like really Ganon inspired. I like how every character here was like basically Earth. And the other one was Anglara, and Laika was the fox with the bow. I'm down for Hodan. I just like Hodan. He's great.
Man, yo, I was talking about just being a degenerate camper. I would just do that against Hodan specifically. Like, I do not care. You cannot do anything about Pebbles. But anyways, Todd, game doesn't really exist in a time zone right now, right? Though, right? Like, it could, but we don't know. I mean, Claren is pro Tag-kun, and we just see her go into the past. Straight up. So I'm pretty. It's funny because Forsburn started as the protagonist, then it passed on to Claren, and Claren's whole MO is that, huh?
I said fitting because that's his granddaughter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Forsburn's not pure. Anyways, you, huh?
What?
What do you mean he's the only character that's canonically fucked.
Oh, okay. So we're okay.
Yeah.
We're keeping that in because this is still just gonna go on your channel. Anyways, but yeah, no, the game's set in the past. Why not anyone? The thing is, like, it took Claren almost dying to get into the past. So like that machine was like the character Jaz reference, like she only made one time machine.
Yeah, basically, Claren is Samurai Jack, but reverse. Instead of going back to the past, she has to go back to the future.
The only way I could see it work. Okay, I'll talk about this now. The only way I could see Palm coming in is if Malo was already in, and that's because like Malo like is running away with like a portable time machine, and then Malo activates it, and then bam, like it's in the middle of Palm's concert.
Maybe what happens is Palm is doing a concert, right? And she hits the highest note possible.
Oh my god, she Majin Buu's her way into the past.
She does Majin Buu her way into the past. That's exactly what she does.
She hits like the
Hits
craziest falsetto.
Yeah. She hits like Celine Dion, Mariah Carey types of heights of notes. And it just rips open the past, and there's just chaos and abyss happening, and the fans are like, "What's going on?" And then she jumps through, and she's like, "Stop hurting my concert! You're hurting my sales!" And then that's when she goes and kills the abyss and saves the world. Wow, Rivals lore! Come on, Dan and gang, pay me or something.
Yeah, no, and then the Coochie Crusader. The Coochie Crusader. I mean, Vince has to help out Palm because that's the bodyguard.
Yep. It's peak. Yeah.
Yo, brings a tear to my eye. However, yeah, no, honestly, I'm good to just cap it off here for the podcast portion. We are 2 hours.
I think we covered quite a bit.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
I was trying to get to Randall. I was trying to get to Randall as fast as possible so we could talk about Randall.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. We're now spoiling it. Okay, Jesus Christ, dude. All right, I'll just throw an image up then of like what this dude looks like. Huh?
My bad.
Okay. It's okay.
Hey, all I have to say is that you had plenty of time to play Dungeons of Aether. This game's been out for 2 years.
God, next you're gonna spoil the ending of Final Fantasy VII for me.
Oh my
Does Chad
God.
have any other questions before we cut it off? Or we? What's up?
Yeah, no, like, I mean, I've been responding to chat, so.
Yeah. Final questions, chatters.
Fidel and Todd, since you guys are the ones in here.
Chatty chatters.
Dude, where is, like, there's, like, no image of him being, like, the twist.
Just go to a YouTube
video,
shut up, and then go to the end. All right, yeah. Don't use logic. That's fine.
Logic, what's that?
We ain't got to get into that.
Oh my God.
Do you want more skins from the future or from the past? I think they could probably do both, but I do like the aesthetic of the future skins. The past skins are basically like Unga Bunga caveman shit. I mean,
Yeah.
how many pairs of like Unga Bunga teeth and spikes can you put on people? But I think having like some futuristic shit, I think you can do more with the futuristic type shit than like the other stuff, right? Like you could fuck with Zetterburns like fire and have it like be plasma fire or some shit. That's a lot of fucking effects or whatever. But you can do a lot of different shit with all the future skins.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. There's also like I prefer like fun skins like Dandelion Zetter,
Yeah, it's a good one too.
like Food Fight.
Food Fight's fire. Those are very good fucking skins.
I would also like be down for like more characters in like the Scarab Crag aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like that would also be sick. That also could fit into the past. Like doing past like past type things. You could do different eras.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So that's kind of.
Ooh, what character do you see becoming a mech? Like, what other character could be a mech? Because Todd wants
That
to
is a
see more mech skins.
good question. You could easily just turn Claren into a mech.
Eliana.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god, this guy.
How would they do a prehistoric skin of Eliana?
Oh my god!
How would that work?
Yo, are we just doing?
She would just be in like a tree trunk, bro. She would just be in a tree trunk, and she'd shoot out
Dude, no, like this
boulders. She'd shoot out a boulder.
We're doing paradox, paradox, fucking
Yeah.
rival skins. All right. Anyways, I found like an image of like what the final boss looks like. Jesus Christ, dude, this took a while. So, Discord, where are you at?
A giant rock mech. Yeah.
A giant rock. Yo, it's a rock. It was a rock.
Plot twist: we get Ayala as the next character, but she's not in a mech. She works like the knight from Ghost and Goblins, Arthur.
Yeah, so
and she just like throws wrenches and shit.
This is who I want to be the last character.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Like this dude.
Actually, technically, you could give Ayala a Mexican because that's how. Spoilers again, sorry y'all. That's how she looks in the future in Tales of Aether.
well, in that one, like, oh, okay, yeah. I want to see like an attack from this guy. Oh. Oh well, that just oh well, it
exploded, huh?
Yeah, it just
Nice.
exploded, huh? But the thing is, like, I don't even know how this dude would work, like, in terms of like in lore and also just like what mechanics can we give him?
Dude, he'd be like Mewtwo. He'd have Shadow Ball. He'd
Oh,
have some shit
okay.
that comes out of his eyes.
Just be Mewtwo.
Yeah, honestly, he just doesn't have a tail.
So, the thing that me and Outcast were talking about yesterday is that Randall could potentially be one of these Abyss Element characters that we were referencing. Pardon me. And I think I think Randall would definitely be perfect for that. It's just that he needs more. How would you make a moveset out of him, right? When he barely has much source material to go by. We were talking about how he distributes Obsidian in Dungeons of Aether, and Obsidian is purple stuff that turns things corrupt.
Crack.
And it's essentially crack. So we're like, what if Randall took this Obsidian and used it for himself to like empower himself for like a short period of time, you know? Just spitballing. Just an idea.
That or would do just damage over time. Like poison stacks or Zetter burns.
That is a good idea, because he does have what's one of his abilities.
I mean,
called?
you just saw him turn to dust.
Yeah, he could Thanos snap himself when he wants.
Yo, that could be his spot dodge.
That's a spot dodge.
Dude,
yeah, Thanos
dude,
snaps.
oh
Yeah.
my god, dude, that would actually be sick. Yo, you know how Janemba like phases through like in Dragon Ball Z?
I love Janemba.
Yeah, so
that guy's
Randall
great.
just does that.
That's what I played in Fighters. He's such a cool fucking character.
Oh no, Tech! Don't look at my YouTube. Don't look at the side of my YouTube.
Why?
Okay, wrestling spoilers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I already saw something with Jacob Fatu holding the mic, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'll get to that soon. Um,
Yeah, that's what I was
So-
referring to.
yeah. So, I forgot what I was gonna say about Randall. Shit. Here we go again. He could also just hover. Like when he like moves and shit, he could just hover. Because he's hovering there.
Or we could do some P plus Ganon stuff.
Yeah.
And then, okay, unfortunately though, like, I know how we all don't like zoners. I think he'd be a perfect zoner. Because he's evil. Get it?
He is evil. Yeah, he could do the Sephiroth thing where he puts all those things on you and then they explode after a while, the little purple
Ooh, I
balls
like
of
that.
death.
Ooh, purple stuff.
But purple shit. Anything purple he puts on you, dude. He like throws grapes and shit too.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
that's his fruit skin. That's his fruit skin whenever they do another food fight.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Dan, I swear to God, if you're not listening, dude, come on. My PayPal's in the description.
But yeah, that's why I said, like, bro, I wanted Abyss character. This is what I mean. It's either that or Kane's brother. Take your pick.
Orcane's brother.
Yeah, because remember, like,
brother.
like there's like in Orcane's trailer, like the deity like split had like 3 children. Either it was like from
yeah,
Orcane's joy.
yeah, Orcane, and then they had that other one that was like a fucking
That was
something whale.
Depressed, and then another one made out of rage.
Wasn't there a narwhal?
I think that was the one that was rage.
Dude, so we could have a quadruped sword character? That's crazy.
Dude, that would actually go nuts.
That'd be different. Dan?
That would be...
You like the hippo? Oh, the hippo would be cool.
I think hippo might have been sadness.
Yeah. The hippo is Eeyore.
Oh my god. But
yeah, but I think
not
they
wrong.
definitely they definitely need that Abyss character. Because all right, this is what happens. All right, this is a cool prediction that's not going to happen. Cause this involves a lot of money. So, Evo happens, right? They reveal that Chapter 1 of Story Mode's done, right? And then they reveal Randall as a character.
Oh my
because he like starts off right, and he's like, "Now that you're in Ether, you're fucked," and then they get thrown into the abyss of shitstorms, and, and then he like casts the spell and floats them, and then kills them.
No, I think you actually kind of solved it. Wait, hold on. Wait, I think you're spinning.
Yeah,
like unironically.
Yeah. So this is why I'm part of the Rivals Illuminati. I predicted a lot of shit.
That's
and I'm not wrong. I called whenever Definitive Edition was coming out, when Shovel Knight came out. I called who was going to win a tournament when D-Brick won that tournament way back when, and when he beat MSB. I'm just godlike. It comes to me every now and then. The only thing I didn't call right was Rivals 2 having items, because, you know, we should still have items. I'm still saying.
Dude, that's an insane read, and also if Randall's the last character, that'd be fucking insane. Oh my god, the fly.
Oh yeah, it'd be great because it'd be like introducing like a Ganon type shit, right?
Well,
and I think that would be great.
It also works in story because like we saw them that they were trapped in the abyss. So like, what if Randall decided like spirit was so spiteful, like he just trapped the six first like characters.
Yeah.
Right. So
you could do that.
And it's like, oh yeah, and then like final boss is Randall of like chapter 1 of story mode. Yep. So I think that'd be insane.
Yeah.
God, dude, this is like wrestling all over again, bro. We make good ideas, and then it's like, oh man, I can't wait to see this come to fruition. Oh yeah, right. We're not the writers.
Yeah. All right, this is how we make it come into fruition. Ether Studios, if you want to make money, you need to follow this path. If you don't want to make money, then that's fine. Just we'll accept that. But you gotta let us know. You gotta let us know. I'm fucking with y'all. But you got you got 2 months to announce.
I think
the story.
I think the ship has sailed. I mean, that's fine. Like, we didn't get. I'm just looking towards like if story mode is like just better than the arcade mode in Royal One. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. But just cut it out
Yeah,
here.
that's a topic for another time.
Oh, I guess we figured out the next topic.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that should wrap up our pilot episode of Wavelength Intel on next Saturday. Next Saturday, I might actually be doing something with the Wolfpack Dust team for
we could
once.
just do
Hopefully,
Sunday.
fingers crossed. So we might have to do a different day, but
Do Sunday.
yeah, we hope you
Sunday
all
next week.
did enjoy the start of this new podcast, and we will see you all next week with some new topics, and we'll see what happened with CEO as well.
Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna just cut the YouTube stream again, and then we're gonna then like I don't know. I'll play ranked. I'll play a ranked set or two.
Yep. And if y'all want to comment, if you're watching the VOD, comment what other topics you want us to talk about. We're here.
Oh yeah,
We're saying shit.
The VOD's gonna be on Jaz's channel.
Yep. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Boost us in the algorithm. No one else is doing it. No one else is doing it like us. So show us the love.
Yep. Anyways, yep. Peace out to the people watching the podcast.